Maybe the last time your offense sees the ball. Geno Smith will drop deep. He'll pump. He'll take it. Lost the football. Knocked out by Watt. Recovered by Devin Bush, who circles the right way. He almost lost the ball, but he's got it at the 16. And the Smith fumble forced by the defensive star, T.J. Watt.
Mike Tirico with the call. Geno. Oh, Geno. Oh, Greggy. Geno Smith's fumble in overtime. Recovered by Devin Bush. T.J. Watt making the big plays. He does every single week. Chris Boswell kicks the field goal a couple plays later. Final 23 Steelers. Seahawks 20 in OT. Pittsburgh gets back to 3-3. The Seattle Seahawks, without Russell Wilson for the first time, fall to 2-4. Greggy, listen. Geno, he did some things. That was a conservative game plan by Shane Waldron and the Seahawks. But they came back. They had fallen behind. They push it to overtime. But that Geno mistake, it's always haunted him his whole career. It happened again.
You seem to enjoy it a little too much, you know.
It's fun.
You were just like saying this is the worst game of the year, and I don't like football anymore. I want to go home. And then, but I don't.
Some of those lines are fabricated.
And then that was the general idea.
Okay.
That was not a good game.
And then Geno fumbles it, and then it's like Dan's like, yeah.
Do you know why I celebrated like that? Because you love Geno so much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It fills
it wasn't a Zach Wilson-like performance, but it was okay.
Don't hit out.
Don't hit out.
Don't hit out.
I mean, if Zach Wilson went
Zach Wilson did this,
yards per attempt,
we know the script.
Got
Greg.
a couple touchdown comeback against the Steelers.
Insert Jet did this, you'd be happy. Trope is strong with you, Greg. But go on. Geno blew the game. The table's yours.
It was very conservative. They ran the ball well. They came from behind. His problem has always been taking sacks, and he did. And they didn't trust their protection to hold up. I think that's why they were so conservative. And it makes sense. Alex Highsmith and T.J. Watt went wild. I mean, the box score's insane for Highsmith and Watt considering how few times they had real dropbacks. Their offensive line got drilled there, but I thought we were headed towards a tie. That's what Mark was rooting for, because it didn't seem like Ben Roethlisberger was going to do anything either. He had 5.7 yards per attempt on 40 throws. Like he did less than Geno.
I mean, the Seahawks in that first half, you never would have predicted that it would have wound up in overtime to begin with. They had 65 total yards, 5 punts. They're playing around their quarterback. They came out in the second half and ran the ball really well for 2 straight touchdown drives. And, you're looking at 2 essentially defunct offenses. I mean, Big Ben, did a little Big Gen thing for a bit there, but then I don't trust the Steelers.
What does that mean?
I thought that
Why can't a big person named Jen be successful?
Well, I didn't say what he did. Maybe they won the game, so maybe.
I mean, he fumbled the ball, just dropped it. That was bad.
Well, how about this?
Welcome to 2021, Mark.
Another ex-Jet, Jamal Adams, has the ball ricochet off his head. That would have been a huge interception for them, and
that looked like Ben Roethlisberger said, I'm sick of everyone saying I don't have a strong arm anymore. I'm going to try to throw the ball as hard as I can on one of the biggest plays of the game, right off Jamal Adams' head, 15 yards away from me. And he did it.
By the way, he could have given Jamal a light shovel pass, and it would have clanked off Jamal's helmet. He has no ball skills at all. Now, I'm not salty. I'm fine. Everything's good. The thing about this is it's been a long day of football, and the game started at 6:30 in the morning.
Not for me, but
in London.
Right. Yeah.
And when you get to the Sunday night game, and it's just trudging along, and it's a Geno Smith-led Seahawks against late period Ben Roethlisberger Steelers, it's hard to squeeze the juice out of this game, Greg. And the fact that it
was
got
as competitive and close and comeback and big plays as you could possibly want, but it feels like these two teams aren't going anywhere, to your point.
You said as many big plays as you could possibly want.
I'm saying in a game like this, in terms of like a comeback, and there were meaningful moments in the fourth quarter. I mean, it was a drag. Darrell Taylor, who's been such a great story, getting stretchered off and stopping the game late for so long, that put a damper on it. I'm not saying it was great football. I'm just saying it was
Michelle
tense.
Tafoya did mention that Taylor, because I mean when he left the field, you were wondering what condition he would be in. That his extremities, he's moving extremities, so that is your first sign a positive note.
That's why you pay T.J. Watt all that money. 3 passes defense, 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, the forced fumble. I mean, like 3 guys were blocking him on that play before Geno tried to step up.
So we have next week for the Seahawks, you have the Saints in primetime. Am I reading that right?
3 straight primetime games for Geno against the 2 of the best pass defenses in the league.
This
that was
is
the
what
thing.
this is what the schedule makers were aiming for.
My hopes were low coming into this, and it was 14-0 at halftime, and it's not like Geno played that poorly even in the first half, but it just felt like there's no way against this defense that they're going to do anything. And I fear.
What I mean, what do you
the ratings for the Geno pod are starting to go down.
But what are you showing the next couple of teams you're playing on tape? Like, you can't treat Geno Smith this way. You've got like, he made a couple throws late, and you cannot go in with this game plan next time around. You're not going to play Pittsburgh's defense.
And I'll leave you with this, Mark Sessler. The Steelers head into a bye week. They come out of the bye fully rested and go to Cleveland with revenge on the mind for a Halloween matchup.
I'm not even thinking about Cleveland right now. I mean, they have pushed me into a dark place emotionally. There's a lot of work ahead, you know. What could go wrong?
All right, Greg, I like that.
Mark said as we started to watch that game, and Seattle starts coming back, and I'm like, you're rooting Seattle, right, Mark? And you're like, I don't care about the AFC North
I am
anymore.
emotionally detached.
I'm out of the AFC North.
Cleveland seems determined to lose to every playoff, hopeful out there. So
we should do all these, games very tired and a little jet lag and all this stuff.
I will say congratulations to the Wessling brothers for once again locking it up. It was the Jaguars, and it's a tough one to figure out because Larry attempted to punish his brothers,
to
undermine the entire operation by locking up the worst team in football. But they won, so I don't know where Larry's at. Where's Larry at headspace wise? Is he annoyed?
I think it's like you went in with the villain role. Not that he's typically a villain; he's a nice fellow in every way. But then he came in with a Machiavellian plan.
That's why all his brothers call him Precious. Because Mama Wesleyan wanted a girl. She got Larry, last one, and so it's Precious.
Well, tonight he delivered another surprise. So.
Absolutely. And I just can't wait to see what's next with the Wessling Brothers soap opera. Like, I don't know where you go from there when you're already, by week 6, there's the undermining to the point where one of the brothers is trying to ruin the season for the other Wessling brothers. Like, what happens from here? It's going to be exciting.
It's great delivery. It was a high bar for.
Was he trying to ruin it, or was he trying to say, like, hey, let me make a pick. You guys didn't let me make the pick last week. Here I am getting this one right that no one saw coming.
There's no doubt that he probably felt a little annoyed and left out, but I think he was trying to undermine the entire operation. That's how I do it.
I think he was trying to undermine the operation and send a message that I will not be overlooked in the future.
And it was their best week yet, so it's.
So I kind of love it.
Upset pick.
Like, I'm a huge Larry Wessling. Like, the Wessling brother power rankings, like, Larry surged forward in a big spot.
Man of chaos.
Off that. So we'll see what happens next. All right. That's it for Sunday night, the flagship show. We'll be back on Tuesday. Make sure you check that out. Dan Hansis signing off for Quiet Storm, the old boss, Gravedigger behind the glass. Till then, heed the call.